Hi everyone, welcome to the 8th? I think it's the 8th one. I'm not positive, I haven't been keeping track and I just woke up. I have to play this in a rush right now. This is the Naughty versus Nice contest, or Splatfest rather. And yeah, I just woke up and I have to play really quickly because I have things to do later tonight. That means literally leaving where my home to some other place to, do a Christmas supper. Also, update the Nouveau Tri-Slosher, yeah. It doesn't seem to be that great, to be honest. Okay, Splatfest stages, Urchin Underpass, Flounder Heights, and Mahi Mahi Resort. Doesn't seem too bad for my charger, anyway. Okay, green doesn't seem to be that unpopular. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything. It really depends. I was still gonna join Team Nice regardless, though, because... Huh. These two look weird. They look exactly the same, because they have the same, like, tentacle color, but one's on Team Naughty and the other on Team Nice. That's kind of funky. Now here I come, Team Nice. I do understand why people love Team Naughty, at least I think. It's one of the few rare occasions where you can play with a red-ish color for an entire day. The same thing happened when it was Autobots versus Decepticons. Autobots had red, which made them very, very popular. Anyway, my custom E-Leader 3K on right now. I think I'll be using it. I'll try to have a variety of weapons if I can. And I'm hoping that I stop getting so rusty these days, because I'm having some trouble aiming with my chargers. It's like I'm just off a little bit every now and then. Anyway, hopefully I'll have lots of good matches.
Hopefully is right. Sadly, it was not to be. As some of you may have noticed from the how long this video is, I only managed to get 4 matches. I actually could have gotten 5. There was a 5th one that was amazing, but when that match was finished and I looked at my recorder, I realized I forgot to make it start recording for that match. Because what I do is when a match starts, I turn the recorder on, and that dynamo has lots of range. And then I turn the recorder off when the match is over, because it saves me some space and it allows me to organize the videos properly. If the match wasn't great, I can just delete the video. If it was great, I put a special title on it, depending on what made it great. And when I go to the editing, I know what to do with it. That 5th match, I never, because it was at the tail end of my Splatfest experience. I just wasn't recording some matches because I just felt a bit lazy, so unfortunately it was not to be. At the very least, I've got 4 matches to show you guys. 2 Octobrush matches and 2 E-Leader matches. I played with quite a few weapons, but I was goofing around a bit too much with those other weapons. So unfortunately, that's why we have to stick to just the E-Leader and the Octobrush. The Octobrush is pretty much was my weapon of choice for all of these, for this Splatfest. And I traded decently here, 2 for 1. The Octobrush was my weapon of choice because I had to do lots of carrying this Splatfest. Team Nice turned out to be more popular than I expected. From what I've heard, even Team Naughty has to face its own team every now and then, but I faced my Team Nice a lot of times while playing this Splatfest. Team Nice was surprisingly popular, aggravatingly enough, and the players I had to play with were not so great, which is why the Octobrush was my weapon of choice, because I can carry better with the Octobrush. Later on, I finally got a good team, so I was able to use my E-Leader. But by then, I was really just aggravatingly pissed off at playing Splatfest. And here, yeah, I love taking care of players that just activate your Ink Strike because they think they're safe. But you are not. You are not. Hide in the corner here, but I didn't want to get cornered, so just got away. It served me well because while I was distracting the player, I still managed. The player got splatted. Here, I saw that player trying to go inside our base. He's called Base God for a reason, and thankfully that probably saved the game for us because There were quite a few games where someone was sneaking inside our base and making a big mess of things. There were also cases where we were doing that ourselves, like we are here, in fact. But there were lots of matches where I just lost against the enemy. Seriously, this was my worst Splatfest performance by far. So don't expect too much out of the voice chat compilation. It's probably going to be one of the shorter ones. And it's probably going to be a bit repetitive too. I mean, to put things in perspective, I played a bit longer after I reached Queen rank because I didn't think I had enough sniping footage to show you guys. That's how bad it was. Anyway, Mahi Resort is beautiful at during nighttime. That Splatter Scope player right there, very, very good. I'm surprised at how good she was. Like right here, that was an excellent snipe right there. Unfortunately, it cost her her position, so she easily got taken care of by my ally. But I didn't really get to see that, unfortunately, except for like on my map. It's too bad I can't show you guys what I see on my map while playing Splatoon. It's not that important, but it is very useful to check your map, so it's one thing that I feel some people just, like, because I can't show it to them, they never really learn of the importance of the map. It was dangerous for me to go all the way over here, by the way. I got lucky with that player drowned. I'm not sure if it was because of my bomb or something else, though. I wanted to snipe the player that was activating the super over there, but unfortunately I missed. Maybe I would have hit them with my Scope E leader if I was using that, but I think it's fairly obvious that I don't perform as well with a scoped charger than I do with the unscoped one. Yeah, I'm using my bombs. I'm not taking any chances with Joe right there. Because, I mean, I could have tried sniping her, but I don't think it's a good idea to go melee with the charger unless you have all the damage ups that enough damage ups that actually allow you to splat enemies in 2 hits, you know, or like 50 damage every hit, and you need basically 3 main damage ups to do that. Because if you're going melee, you have to hit them 4 times, assuming you're using uncharged shots, and that's a lot. I ink over this area because I hate how many allies and even enemies forget to do that. It's not that useful, but my OCD just tells me you gotta ink over this place. It's gonna look ugly at the end if you don't do that. Even though I already splatted Joe once, it was with bombs. Here I get my revenge properly against her by sniping her. Sniping the ally that tried to super jump into her place. That's exactly why I play chargers. Here, I'm surprised I didn't get splatted. I really ought to have. But I guess since I was in the air, the bomb didn't hit me as hard as it could have. But I really don't recommend trying to dodge bombs by jumping into the air in that fashion, because bombs have better reach vertically than you might expect. Once again, bombs are better. It's taking care of enemies that can splat you in 1 hit. And this was a dominated win where it could have easily gone the other way. Now for match number 3 on Flounder Heights, I'm using the Octobrush. This map is probably the one I won on the most, but it's not exactly my favorite. There's something dreary about this map. There's something that's missing from it, I think. It's not bad design-wise, but aesthetically, it feels really dreary to me. It's like there's some lights missing. But then again, I guess it makes sense because it's just a bunch of apartments. People probably want to sleep. But we're not letting them. We're making a big mess out of their place. Why I uploaded this match, I'm actually wondering myself. I guess it's just because I was doing well for once. Oh no, it's because of this guy. The lagger. The Octobrush lagger. Because I splatted him, but he only got splatted 3 seconds after he splatted me. Kind of annoying. Although I guess that character's lag is a bit inconsistent, because there's going to be other instances where I'm going to splat him and he's going to basically actually get splat right at the beginning. I noticed there was a squid beacon here. I arrived just in time to stop Inklings from sneaking into our base. Particularly Toad again. And you see right there, he got splatted instantly. Not going to be consistent later on. I destroyed the squid beacon, but here comes Toad again. I booyah'd just in case I would get splatted, just to warn my allies. Because when you booyah, that hopefully your allies look at where you are to see what's happening to you. I got splatted, but I managed to splat 2 people in the process, so I think that's a decent trade. You never really want to trade, but sometimes it's just gonna happen. And you should count your blessings of what you managed to do if that happens. Caught Toad off guard right there. See how long it took for him to get actually splatted after I actually definitely splatted him? Really bothers me when that happens. Especially when you splat someone, but you don't see that you splatted them, and suddenly invisible shots appear out of nowhere and you get splatted because of them. That really annoys me. There was in one instance, unrecorded unfortunately, but there was one instance where I was seeing someone super jump to the action on Mori Towers, and I was a charger, so I was just aiming down in their super jumping position. But to my right, I could see something being inked over by what seemed to be a roller, but it was no roller, it was like invisible. The ink was just slowly inking over to my position. And before the person could super jump to the location I was aiming at, I got splatted by the ink that was just like coming over. And suddenly the person that was super jumping was the roller, and they just teleported to where I got splatted. That had to be one of the most ridiculous instances of lag ever, and I regret not being able to record it, because it would have been amazing to show it. Like, I would have done a video where it would have been top 5 worst lag moments in Splatoon, and that would have been the #1. That would have definitely been the #1. Unfortunately, now that I have a wired connection, I don't think it's ever gonna happen. But you know what? If you record your matches of Splatoon and you got like instances like that, or like instances where it's like lagging badly, try to send me your footage. If it's good enough, I'll do a compilation like that, and I'm gonna credit you all, because I really want to make a compilation like that, because we've all felt that instance of lag that just screws us over, and it's entertaining to watch for some people. Was it entertaining for me to describe my infamous instance to you guys? I sure hope so, because I will never forget it. I just wish I could have recorded myself. Anyway, this is the last match, unfortunately. E-leader on Urchin Underpass. The old Urchin Underpass was not very charger friendly, but this one isn't really either. Like, there's several places where you can definitely use the charger, but then there's stuff like this, where you get ambushed out of nowhere. Like, I'm not even sure what happened there. I think one of my biggest mistakes in this Splatfest, in terms of performance-wise, wait, actually no. Killer whale, just as you're super jumping into someplace. Yeah, I hate that. Anyway, one of my biggest screw-ups recently while playing Splatoon is that even though I'm still good at aiming for the most part, I've gotten rusty on the map layout of places. So I tend to hit like ledges and stuff when I'm trying to splat someone instantly. I tend to hit a prop or ledge or something that blocks my shot. So that destroys my performance badly. So it's my solution to get better is to really just play more Splatoon or get used to the maps more. Then again, there's like 14 maps out now, and there's gonna be 2 more very soon. 16 maps is actually more than enough, to be honest. I would prefer they start working on single player stuff, but obviously that's not gonna happen. And I tried to save my ally right there by throwing bombs to the Kraken, but it didn't quite work out. But yeah, I wish they had worked on more than just weapon stage and weapon and stage DLC. I guess that's for this inevitable sequel, though. I wonder what they're gonna change if they do a sequel, because they have to change something to help it differentiate from the first game. And I'm sure there's gonna be some people complaining that it's not like the first game, they changed too much, blah 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 blah. But as long as it's good, it's fine. We will probably always be able to go back to the first one. Anyway, besides the shenanigans from... The reason why I uploaded this match is because of the fact that it was a close ending. Yeah. And that's it. That's the 4 matches I want to upload. Sorry if I wasn't on point on commenting on what was going on in them, but I had lots to say about my own experiences recently, and that I felt kind of bad playing in this Splatfest because I got really bad allies very, very often, and I wasn't very good myself because I was goofing around with tons of weapons. There's lots of moments for the compilation of Splatoon has no voice chat, but I think it's going to be a little shorter than usual this time. Anyway, check the playlist below for more. Hope you've all enjoyed this video and hope you all have a nice day. Bye-bye.